Hi everyone, welcome to my free Excel dashboard tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful Excel dashboard from the scratch using this transactional data. Now we have sales data, customer acquisition data, plus daily expenses data right here. And we have it on a monthly basis, so we just have 4-month data right here, so from August down to November. So what we have to do is for we to actually summarize the whole data we have right here. We're going to be doing this without pivot table, and you can see how simple this could be when we start doing this. But before then, let me take you back to the dashboard to just give an overview of what this Excel dashboard does. So the company actually plays targets on every single month. In the 4 months, we have over 2 million being placed as a target, and we made $2.4 million, which made us to actually went beyond the target being given to us by 21.8%, and you can see the achievement right here. So if you come to product level, so we have target being placed on every single product as well. So let me take you to where we can actually see that. So right now, if you see, we have target being placed on this product, target on this particular product right here. So now we have it visualized to see where we met the target and where we did not meet the target. So we went beyond the target being given to us by 11.6%. So now here is where we did not meet our targets. So we went below our target by 12.4%. So we need to acquire 4,400 customers, but unfortunately we could not. And what you're seeing right here is the visualization of the budget being given to us, or the money being given to actually spend on ads to get customers and to make sales and stuff like that. So we're able to spend wisely, and we could not spend the whole money. Instead, we spent $9,180, and we still have 26.6% left. So this is how beautiful this could be. So we're going to be starting to create this from the scratch using this very data we have right here. So if you are here for the first time and you're still listening to me right now, please do me a favor to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and actually like to help my channel grow, and as well to get more content as I upload every single time. So right now, this is what we're going to be using. This is the data set. I'm going to be showing you 2 ways to extract the data from here. The first thing we're going to do is for we to actually use this. I'm going to actually okay, fine. I'm going to actually have to make sure I maximize this by actually zooming. I'm going to go to view and click on zoom. So now it sits very well, so you can see it nicely even if you're using mobile phone. So right now what we have right here is the start date and the end date. Why do we have the start date and the end date? So we have data in August down to November, so which means the data we have in August is August 1st down to the last day of August. And as well in November, we have data from November 1st down to November 30th. So now we want to extract data between those dates. So how do we do it? We need to actually extract the date from to here. So the month of August is the 8th month of the year. So we're going to actually click OK. So now here we go. I am going to drag this down right now, but it gives me something very weird. I don't want August all through. I'm going to click right here, this plus sign, and go to fill months. Here we go, nicely. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is this end of date. The end date is what I need. So the end date of this particular month should be what? The end date of this particular month, we actually want to extract it right here. So we don't want to hand code this. Instead, we want to use a very specific function to get this done. So we're going to be using end of month to actually extract this right here. So the end of month is requesting for the start date, which is going to be this, and it's requesting for the month. We're going to actually supply it with 0, and we have to close it. When I hit enter, this is what I've gotten. So if I drag this down, it's going to be looking to the right range. So look at this bar right here. So the formula bar, I click it, so it's looking at this, so it's very correct. So this is how beautiful this could be. So the next thing we want to do right now is for we to extract our data that is actually between this date and this date. So how do we do that? Let's see how that is going to be done. So what we need to do right now is for we to actually extract add expenses. So the add expenses is what we need to actually extract using these two date ranges. So now what function is actually perfect for this? The sum if is perfect for this, but not just sum if, but sum ifs. So I'm going to say equal to and just type sum ifs. So now if you look at what sum ifs is looking for, it's looking for the sum range. After the sum range is going to be looking for the criteria range and as well the criteria one. So we're going to be doing this manually right now, but in the next one we're going to actually make sure we do something very extraordinary. So right now here is what we want to extract something from. So here's the table. So now it's requesting for the sum range. So this is the sum range right here where we have our expenses sitting. So I'm going to click on it. That is beautiful. So I'm going to bring in this right here so that we can see it rightly. So now if I hit on comma, the next thing I'm going to be giving to it is actually the criteria range. So where is the criteria range sitting? So this is the criteria we're going to be using to draw our data out of it. So I'm going to hit comma. So that is the criteria range. So now it's requesting for the criteria. So what do we want to extract from here? So we want to extract August 1st down to August 31st. But how do we do that? It is very simple to be written. So now the next thing we're going to do right now, once you hit comma, just your quotation mark and greater than, equal to, then close it and join it with ampersand. So this is what I'm trying to do right now. If you look at what is going on right here, I said on a quotation mark, because this is not what Excel understands, so I have to put it on a quotation mark and actually join it and join this date. So what I'm trying to do right now is that I want Excel to go and get data from the 1st of August down to the 2nd, 3rd, 5th till it gets to the last date. But I'm going to supply it with the second criteria now so that Excel will know exactly when to stop getting data for this particular month, not to enter another month. So which is comma, and now you can see it highlighted. It's requesting for the criteria range 2. So I'm going to still give it the same criteria. So when I hit comma, so it's looking for what? When I hit comma, it's looking for the criteria. Now the criteria range is being given, it's looking for the criteria, so it's going to be the same way we did. So now it's going to be less than, equal to, and we join it with the ampersand. We hit on this. So what I'm going to do is to close this and hit enter. So what we have it extracted nicely. If I drag it down and click on the last one right here, go to the formula bar, click on the formula bar, you see it highlights this and highlight these two dates. That means it is very, very correct. So mind you, if you are still here with me, download this very tutorial template and actually look at it and see what we've done right here. It's not really magic, it's just very simple and easy. So now this is what we need to do to get this, but there is a very simple way we can use to actually extract this. If you look at what I have right here, if I go to the top right here and actually click on this customer data, so I have this highlighted. So if I go again and click on this, I have this highlighted. What I'm trying to do right now is this: I name this as a name range. I give it a name range. So instead of me to come back here, if I type something right here to go and refer back to it, I wouldn't do that. If I remember the names I actually have created there, or the name range I named it, so I'm going to actually refer back to it. So let's see how that is done. So I'm going to use the same function to actually draw it, sum ifs. So now it's looking for the sum range. So what are we getting? We are getting for what? For the new customer. So instead of we to actually come to this particular aspect and select new customer, we are not going to do that. We remain here until we finish doing this and hit enter. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to just type customer. So the name I've created just popped out. So I need the sum. I have the new acquired customer. I click on it. So if I hit my comma again, it's asking for the criteria range. I'm going to type customer again. I have the customer date range. So name it what you can remember, so that it won't be like, oh, what am I going to put right here? So now it's comma. and we follow the same process again. We want to get data from the start of the month down to the remaining days before it gets to the last day of the month. So it's going to be greater than, equal to, and join it with this ampersand right here to go down to this particular aspect. So hit command, supply it with the criteria range tool. So it's going to be customer, so hit that and do it this very first. So less than, equal to, so the ampersand. So if I hit enter, here is where we go. So we don't have to go back to the table, it's as easy as this. So if I click on this formula bar right here and actually scroll, you see it highlighted. So we're going to be using the same strategy to get this data we need for here, which is the revenue aspect. Sum ifs. So the sum if is asking for the sum range. The sum range is going to be sales data, but this time around is sales revenue range. So it's asking for the criteria range, so it's the sales data range, and now we're going to be given it the criteria. So the criteria one is actually greater than, equal to. So I think I've explained this, so you will definitely know what it is that you need now. So we join it with this ampersand right here. So we're gonna go on this. So I hit on comma. So criteria, sales data range. So we do the same thing. So less than, equal to. So we join it with this. So if I hit enter, so what we have is still the same thing. So we're gonna actually click and drag it down. So click on the last one to see if it is correct. Hit on this very formula bar right here, and you see it highlight this. And actually if we go right here, it has this highlighted as well. So this is how beautiful this could be. So we've just went through this, and the first step is actually this, the second step is this. So we want to go to the third step. So now the third step is to extract the data from here. After we might have extracted data from the table, now we need to distribute to those tables we're going to be using to create our visualization. So how do we do that? So we click on this revenue aspect because we want to get data for daily target, which is on every single month. The daily target is extracted right here. We have it on a monthly basis. So now what we need to do is for we to actually click, and I use VLOOKUP. So you can use VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, or you can use index and match right here. So I'm going to be using VLOOKUP. So the VLOOKUP is looking for, what do you want me to look for? That is the question. That is lookup value. What do you want me to look for? Look for this. And look, the table array is asking like, where do you want me to look for this? Here. Okay, fine. If you want me to look for this here, where is it sitting? That is which column do you want me to pull the data from? So it's a column 4. Why 4? When you count from here 1, 2, 3, you get this is 4. So now what do you want? You want the exact match, and it's going to be 0. So we have it closed, and I hit enter. Something weird is going to happen right now. If I drag this down, so guess what happened? If I come to this last one and go to the formula bar and click, so it's actually living. So we don't want it to move. So instead what we're gonna do right now is for we to actually have to lock this down using this $sign. How far we do that magic for you with a very smart pace. So now my F4 is now working, so I can do it manually. So now if I hit enter this time around and drag this down, so go to the last one and try to verify what it is. So it's still sitting right there. So this is how beautiful it could be. So the next thing we're going to do right now is for we to get this particular aspect ready. So what I'm going to do is for we to get the sum of this target. So I'm going to hit enter. So right now I'm going to click right here and actually drag it. So this is the sum of this. So verify it if it is actually looking up to that. So now the next we're going to get is the variance. So it's going to be this from this gives you the variance, and as well we need the percentage. So we're gonna have to divide this by this, and we take 1 from it. So minus 1 will give us the percentage difference or the percentage variance. This is how beautiful this could look like. So now we've actually created this. Let us see how we can actually get it visualized nicely. So I'm going to actually click on from here, select this range. Don't include the total and the variance. No, it's not going to look good. So now I'm going to click on insert. From insert, what we need to do is just to insert the type of chart we want. So if you know the chart to insert, just click here. But if you have some kind of wavering, so you can click on recommend. So once you click on recommend, it's going to recommend you charts that you can use to actually get this done. So you can see various charts you can use that are appropriate to the kind of data you have selected. So but I know the charts to be used, so I'm going to click right at the top, and I'm going to go right here and select this. So though it made it as a suggestion for me, I don't just want to pick it because I know the chart to be used. So now I'm going to actually have to minimize it. I'm going to remove the grid line, so I don't need it. So I'm going to take this very legend and bring it to the top level. So I have to go right here and click and bring it to the top. So I'm going to name this as what? As monthly sales target versus the revenue. So now you can do anything you like. So this is what it is. So right now what I'm going to do is for me to remove what? I'm going to remove the shape fill. So I'm going to say no fill. I'm going to go to the shape outline. I am going to say no outline. So what I'm going to do right now is for me to move this away from here down to the right dashboard. So I'm going to have to place it right here. Sorry. Okay, now I have it placed here. So now I am going to actually have to change the color. So I'm going to change this color to something very cool. So increase this, go to the color level, and actually have to use this color. So this is how beautiful this could be. So now I can actually still click back and drag this down. So nicely. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is for me to show you how I created those cards. You see right here, it's just the design you're seeing is just this. Can you see it? I have it duplicated and I gave it on the beneath one a color that I will actually show a little bit so that it will make my dashboard stand out just like this. So now it's just a normal card. You can actually go and actually try it out. So if you go right here, you see the insert, you go to shape. So we have this card and this card. You can click on any one and just drag it. So give it the color of a choice. So go to the top right here and actually change the color to white. So if you change it to white, ordinarily you have some border. So we don't like the border, so you can actually go to the top right here and you go to shape outline and you remove the border, so you have it like this. So you can give it any design you really like. So talk about this background color, how I got this. I'm gonna actually open a new one. So before we go back to our creation, so click right here and have it highlighted all together. So go to what? Go to remove what? Remove grid line. So once the grid line is off, so you click on what? Click on home. And if you see now, you have it on a white plain background. So click on home and play around with those colors you see right here, whatever color you really want to actually use. So I normally use this color sometime, but this time around we're going to actually default it to something like this, just like what we have on our dashboard. This is how I used to get this. I'm going to delete this away from here as I don't need it. So now here is what we've gotten. So I think I've shown you how I used to get my design ready. So now we've gotten this ready now. So this is what we've just gotten. So the next thing we're going to do right now is for you to click back and see how we can actually get the same thing done right here. But we don't need to do that to do this always. No, I'm going to actually copy this from here. So come down to this particular aspect, drop it down. If I click right here, it's still looking at this particular aspect. I'm going to drag it and keep it here. So the next thing I'm going to do is, what do I need to get is the new customer. The new customer, where is it sitting? The third, 1 2 3. So I'm going to change this number to 3. So now it's speaking. So if I look at what I have right there, you can see it's the same thing. So now I'll do the same thing to here as well. So I'm going to click on this, I'll copy, so have it pasted right here. And what do I need to actually get as well is looking at this. I'm going to move this away from here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to change this. I want to get expenses is sitting in the second one, the second column. So if I hit enter, it's giving me the right figure. So I'm going to actually click and drag this down. So before we do any of the calculation again, so I'm going to get what? I'm going to get the revenue for every product. So what I'm going to use is the sum if. So instead of me to go and refer down to the range where I want to get data from, which is this range, I don't want to refer back to it because I already have it. I already have the range being named. So I'm going to click on, just type on sales. So I'll now say sales target or sales product. So before then, let me just show you how I did it, should you're actually not really clear about it. So what I did was for me to select right here and come right here and name it anything. Name it anything. So make sure you don't have space. Like if you do this and hit enter, you can see what's going on. You must enter a valid reference you want to go to, or type a valid name for the selection. So make sure you have underscore if you want to get it right. So but what I have right here is this. So you can see I just have my sales product written together and capitalize each word. So now I'm going to go and actually get this ready. So now we're going to be using sum if. Sum if will help us to do that. So it's asking for the range. The range is the sales product. So and the criteria is this very product right here, and the sum range. So I don't want to go there and select it. I have it right here. So this sales revenue. So if I close it and hit enter, this is what I've gotten. I'm going to have to drag this down. So I have to drag this down. Go to the last one and go to the formula bar. So I'm going to scroll down to the end, and you see it has it highlighted for me without me coming right here. It's actually highlighted. This is how beautiful this could be. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is for me to come to this customer acquisition right here and actually have to find the variance sum, and just select this, hit enter, and actually send it across. So right now we've gotten the sum. The next thing we're going to be getting now is the variance from here. So I'm going to say minus this. I'll hit enter. So get it on a percentage level. So what we need to do is to just get this and divide it by this -1. So if I hit enter, I have the percentage. So now I am going to do the same thing to this as well. Sum, the sum. So I'm going to select right here. So hit enter. So send this across as well. Then what we need to do is to get the variance. So getting the variance is just to take this from this. So once I hit enter, I have this. So we need to get a percentage variance. So this you divide it by this -1. So when I hit enter, I have this. For the last time, I'm gonna actually have to take this, sum it together. So send it across. Now get the variance. So we get a percentage difference. So it's just this by this. I will take -1 from it. So we have the percentage. Already I've formatted this into a percentage, so do that, it will be very nice. So now the next thing we're going to do is for we to actually create this very part of it. So now go to the top and actually click on insert and insert the type of chart you really want for it. So now I've just gotten that. So now where is my this is my targets, this is my sales. So I'm going to actually be making this. So I'm going to be leaving my target to be on this color. So right click, format it. So go to this particular aspect fill and you choose this color for the target. So choose this color. Take this color. We go for the for the new customer, right? Oh, we're selecting customer, right? So for the new customer, so now we have to change this. If it is new customer, you have to change this to another chart. So I'm going to change this to this particular type of chart. I love it. So now this is the chart I need to use for this. So I'm going to actually click on this particular aspect, have this clicked, and actually make it wider than this. So I've increased the gap width. So now what I need to do now is for me to actually have my data label on it. Data label. So select it and actually make it white. So make the color white. So we have it on bold. So make the same thing. So I have to bring the legend to the top. So now I'm going to say customer started and new customers. So now here we go. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is for me to remove the, let me show you other ways to remove that. So no fill, so you go to border and you click no border right here. It's as easy as that. So I'm going to cut away from here, go to my dashboard. I have to drop it right here. Here is it. So I have it dropped. I'm going to shift this down to this end. So I'm going to remove my grid line. Just click on it and actually have it deleted. That is off. So it's off. So make sure you make this to be sitting right. So this is how beautiful this could be. So I can actually drag this down. So let us build the remaining two charts and see how dynamic this could look like. So now we can actually come right here and build the next chart, which is this budget and expenses. So the budget expenses is the next chart right now. So I'm going to click on here. So go to this particular top and insert. Now I'm going to insert this particular scatter chart right here. So here's my scatter chart ready. So I have to remove this, so and take this to be to the top. I always love that to be at the top. So go to legend, click on top. So we have it on top. So now what we need to do to get this ready is for we to click on this. Okay, fine. I'm going to double click right here. So take it to the side and actually click on this one. So right, what I need to do, go to the marker. From the marker you scroll down a little bit. So what you see is this weight. So I'm going to turn my weight to 5.75. So this is what I've gotten as a weight. So I'm going to change the color to this very popular color in my dashboard. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, I'm going to leave this color this way. So I'm going to be adding data label to this. So right click and select and add data label. So with the data label added, I'm going to click on the data label. I'm going to go right here and click on what? On the label option. So deselect this and have this X value on it. So I'm going to actually have to put this on a new line. So this is how beautiful it will be. So come right here and make it to be above, which is on top of it. So I can come to the top right here and go to home. From home I have it to be on bold. So this is beautiful. So if I click on this right now, I'm going to right click and actually I have to add the data label. So now clicking on this is for me to actually come right here. So go back to this particular aspect. So so I'm going to leave it no new line. So but now I am going to have to put this below this. So this is how beautiful this could be. So if we just take this to the dashboard Let's see how this can actually fit into our dashboard. So cut this away from here, move it to the dashboard. So don't mind my formatting, so it might not really be what you're expecting, but we are almost there. So I'm going to drag this down. So this is beautiful. So it lets us compare it to what we have right here. Is almost the same thing. So now I'm going to click back again. So here we go. So now this is exactly what we've gotten. So what I can do right now, I can actually change the data about the header right now to be budget, the budget versus the ads expenses. So now here we go. So we've just gotten this right. So the next thing we to have right now is for we to get this particular chart, which is showing the product level. So I'm going to go right here and actually select this particular aspect right here. So go to insert, and actually insert, we're going to be inserting this particular chart. So now, having done that, I'm going to click on this, have it on this color. So click on this and change the color to something like this. So now I'm going to click and select to change. So now I'm going to have my revenue on a line chart and on a secondary series. So say OK to it. So I'm going to remove this and have my legend to be at the top. So we're going to go to the legend area, so we need it to be at the top. So now we have it just the way it should be. So we're going to remove this red line. So no fill, no fill, and no fill. So what I need to do, I need to cut it away from here. So go to my dashboard and have it pasted right here. So here we go. So I'm going to drag this down so you can see what we've just gotten right here. So it's almost just like what we have right here. So now I don't really like the color of the line chart, the line. So I'm going to click on that and actually change it to something more of this. So now you can see we are almost done. So I'm not going to show you how to create all those cards. It's very easy to be created. If I just copy this right now, so bring it down, and what I need to do is for me to select this environment right here. So I want to get the total revenue for this particular product level. So I'm going to go down, go back right here, and I will search, and I see this is the revenue. I hit enter. So now it turns to this. For me to actually get the right formatting, click back on this as well and actually select this particular format painter, and actually come right here and give it to it. So here we go, we have this. So the same thing you can do to others. So for you to have it properly this way, you can just come, as soon as we've done the analysis, pick whatever I want to pick from here and actually give it to the proper aspect of it. So I'm going to be having this particular project right for you. Download it and actually take a look at it, work on it, and see how you can actually, get things ready for yourself. So subscribe and actually learn how to create plenty of my dashboards. So it's very simple and easy, so you're gonna love it. So this is a dashboard I created without pivot table. So I have the filter on it. I don't really have to use pivot table, and automatically if there is no data, it turns to red. So you can see the cards turns to red, telling you no purchase and no on all of that. So this is how beautiful this could actually look like. So subscribe to my YouTube channel to just keep the class going over and over again. Help my channel grow. I love you guys. I would always do. Stay safe and stay blessed. Stay out of trouble.